how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers again. Good morning. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. You guys are watching this Monday, I guess. Yeah. Look, I had no illusions that Oklahoma was going to get her done, but I didn't think it was going to be a bloodbath, you know what I mean? It was a ball game in the first quarter. Anyway, so while I was watching the football game, my buddy Nick from Medford was texting me, and he says, hey, did you go get the free mower or whatever? And I says, no, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I've been busy all day, remember? He's like, oh, well, I went and picked up like a brand new lawn tractor for free. That's right, free. And he showed it to me. I'm like, the luckiest mother I've ever met, you know? Anyway, so as I was headed past the half time, right, he texted me again. He goes, hey, there's a free mower in Oceanside. It's an Lt1000. And I'm like, would you stop bothering me? He goes, okay. And I says, wait, Oceanside, man, I hate going over there. Oceanside's like an hour away. Yeah, it's still Long Island, but Long Island's big, man. If you guys ever been to Long Island, you'll know. It'll take you 2-3 hours to get from one end to the other, you know? And that's with no traffic, which is impossible. So anyway, this guy has it's the rounded kind, you know, 2000 or higher, you know, green, typical Lt1000. It's a 5-speed transmission. It's got a 20.5 Briggs opposed twin, and he says that the engine's blown. From the pictures, the deck looks okay. It needs the push button for the height adjuster lever. I mean, that's what I could just see from the one picture you posted, you know? Anyway, the listing was live for about 8 hours until I saw it, until, you know, Nick told me about it. So I messaged the guy, and it didn't seem like anybody really wanted it, so I told him I would come in the morning and pick it up because he has to go to church at 11. So I'm here at 9 o'clock headed on to his place. It'll take me at least an hour, so I'll get there like 10. That should have be enough time for him to help me pull it from the backyard to the front and load it up in my truck. So as I was driving this morning, I said, shit, I don't have a battery for my winch. So I had to go back to my house, whip the battery out of that yellow Cup Cadet that I really haven't started working on, you know, put it in the van, and now I'm off again, you know, a little bit of a delay, but I'll be there before 10, like you said. I'm very dependable when it comes to time. I'm very punctual and dependable on the time because, like I said, I used to work for the airlines for 23 years. I was a flight attendant, which means that if I was late to work, they're not waiting for you, you know? They're going to take off without you. You miss a trip or two, you're done-ski. You're gone. So, you know, I've learned to be very reliable and very punctual on my appointments. So, I'm almost like third there. When I get there, I don't know if the guy wants me to film or nothing, but we'll see what happens, you know. Hopefully it's not blown, and if it is blown, it'd be kind of interesting to rebuild an opposed twin, you know. You could still find parts out there, like connecting rods and stuff, so hopefully it's not done-ski, and I could rebuild the opposed twin. That'll be another project, you know. I'll see you later. I wanted to mention something else. Ever since I put in that 5.25 ounce bottle of fuel treatment, it's injector cleaner, upper cylinder lubricant from my van. I mean, I'm not kidding you guys. My engine sounds super smooth, and it almost sounds like it's more quieter. I mean, the van just runs so smooth now, you know? Before I could hear the engine going, you know? Now it's just like so steady and smooth. I mean, I'm a total believer, man. So, man, I'm telling you, Lucas products, they really work well. The winner of the swag box, I threw a bottle of that stuff in there. It's a upper cylinder lubricant fuel injector cleaner from Lucas Oil Products. I mean, it's just like awesome, you know? Maybe I shouldn't give any more away. I might use it from now on. So, I'm here. Hey, how you doing?
There it is. Cool.
I do this a lot. Oh, okay. I have a YouTube channel. Oh, Mowers and Blowers. Okay. That's my whole channel. That I think they said. Yeah. Okay, good. YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why I only look for the free ones. I never pay for them. and believe me, Raj, I get a lot of them. Oh, yeah? Oh, my God. I picked up 3 yesterday. Just people getting rid of it. Because the garbage man won't take it in the area, you know? They won't take it, so I have to do it this way. Yeah. It'll end up that way. Man, look at that big hole in that tire, man. What did you run over? Oh, I was using the sawzall. And by accident you got it? Yeah. No kidding. Hey, you know, those are great stories, you know, that you could tell at dinner. You know, oh, you should have saw me today. I had a sawzall, and I completely punctured my front tire of my lawn tractor. That's funny.
So that's a 250 pound winch?
It's actually a 1,500 pound winch, right?
Okay.
And it's so cheap, Raj. I got it at Harbor Freight Tools.
Yeah. I want to get one for my Jeep.
With the coupon, it was only $55.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
Dude, you can't. I mean, how do you know?
No, but this, I need a bigger one for the Jeep. This is good for the, you know, the ATVs and all that.
Yeah, but Raj, 1,500.
Yeah.
I mean, how big is an ATV? You know what I mean? 1,500 is gonna be fine. The 2,500 one is closer to 100, I think.
Yeah.
Tractors in this van before. Yeah, turn it sideways. Yeah. Sunday, you know. Everybody that's on now.
No, Huntington is not that far. I used to go to the public airport.
Oh, but that's like Farmingdale.
Farmingdale. Oh, you're still far?
Yeah, Huntington's very north.
Oh, okay.
Like even off the LIE, you still got to drive like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Pain in the butt. You're interested in this, huh?
Yeah, just looking at that, yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, this is just made it so easy to pick up tractors.
Fix this, I put a winch on top of the garage. And you know the handle.
Oh yeah, just to pull it up.
Make it straight.
That's very smart. However, you got to make sure that your beam on top of this.
Yeah,
because if you're under there, man, and it drops, you're done. You're hit. They're so cheap at Harbor Freight, you know? The hardest part of this thing is just driving it. Just drive it home. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Lickety split, just like that. Bada bing, bada boom. It is kind of rough, though. Front hood is kind of messed up. You need that push button thing for the thing, you know. It's a blown connecting rod for sure. And also he was missing the top metal cover. I told him that might have contributed to it blowing, because without that engine shroud on top, right, he's been running it for a year like that, the overheats, you know, the air isn't isolated for the two heads on each side, and so the oil breaks down from the overheating, and that's how it blows. So I'm home. Neighbor's dog, Boba playing in the backyard. I don't know. Boba likes boys.
Henry's gonna run you over. Henry's gonna run you over.
I've done this a few times in my life, okay? So, there it is. LT1000 5-speed, 20.5 turbo twin cylinder, which is the Briggs opposed twin. The deck, I mean, it's deceptive, but it looks like it's okay. It's deceptive because some nut painted it green, or tried to paint it green. Painted it green in a lousy way. But this deck is decent because it has the anti-scalp wheels. Another bonus is that these rear tires are 20s. I like the 20s because they're meatier. They're usually 18s. The back, as you see, does not have the freewheel disengage lever because this is a 5-speed. As long as the gear is in the neutral position, you can freewheeling and pushing and pulling it. This is an interesting key, though. Hey, at least it has a key. Usually I don't get a key. Right, Nick from Medford? He never gives me a key. He's given me a few keys. As I was saying to the guy that gave it to me, his name was Raja. I immediately looked at it and I says, "Hey, do you have that top engine cover?" He's like, "Oh, no, I never had that." I said, "You never had that?" He goes, "Yeah, does that make any difference?" I says, "Yeah, kind of makes a difference because the fan here, when it spins, it isolates the air to blow into the heads where there are fins." I told him, "Do you know why they have fins?" He goes, "No." He goes, "It acts like a radiator. The isolated air from the fan blows air through the heads and keeps it cool. If the oil is heated up and the engine starts to overheat, the viscosity of the oil gets too thin, you're gonna blow a connecting rod," which is what he did, and that's why I have it. It's okay. I think I have a couple of engine covers for the opposed twins, so that's not a big deal. It'd be interesting to take this apart, but unfortunately I have the Cub Cadet MTD project, as well as well, I guess this would probably be next because I don't have an engine for that yard machines that Nick from Medford gave me. That other Craftsman cube one that I got from Nick from Medford. I don't think I'm going to fix that one. I'm just going to strip it for parts, you know. It's just not worth it, you know what I mean? I'll save the transmission, the wheels, you know, all the stuff that comes with it, but I'll probably just chuck the rest, you know. Duct tape looks terrible. Fortunately, the nose is pretty valuable. I got plenty of these hoods, but I don't have a good nose, you know? I mean, I'm sure I can, after I take off all the duct tape, I can find some way of making some plastic part to fit this, right? To kind of patch it up and paint over it and stuff. So look, I've got this conniption here. The only reason why it's hard for me to push and pull this thing got a bad left tire. I'm sorry, right front tire. Look at the gash on that, man. So I asked the guy, Raj, I says, how the hell did you do that? He's like, I was I was sawzawing a wood, and I used the tire as a base where I put the wood on. I says, oh, I see. He's lucky he didn't chop his hand off. Anyway, I don't know. It's going to be difficult for me to push this to the backyard. I may have to do a field repair. Where am I going to get? Where am I going to get? Haha! If I'm going to strip this. Look at that. This is from yesterday, and it holds air. Right? I'll just rip that off. That's what I'll do. I'm going to eventually have to put another tire on here so I can get this to the garage, and get it to the garage, and get it to the garage and do a tear down, take this damn thing apart. But for now, I'm going to use this tire because it's good and it holds air. This thing's full of grease. Yucky, yucky. Huh. That's interesting. Bing! There we go, yo. There we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Of course, now I blocked myself from going outside, so I have to find a wheel for my shed. It's this is flat too, but this will somehow keep it upright. It doesn't matter anyway. How about that? This is an MTD tire. You can tell because it's more narrow, so that's not going to work. I've got lots of tires. Lots and lots of them. None of the tires are good. They don't hold air. Looks like I might have to take the washer out. For some reason it's not going on. Doesn't matter because I'm going to strip this one for parts, so doesn't matter if it has it on there or not. It's just a E-clip. Somewhere so my dog doesn't roll around in it and I end up having spending all evening cleaning his fur up from the grease.
Henry, you have a Belgian block there.
That's right. I thought it would just pivot and fall. There. Now I've got a tyre, a good rim for me new LT1000. As you guys know, I got these gloves for $1.99. Walter from Sewer Brothers gave it to me as a gift. They don't really last very long, do they? Not at all. Got the good one to put on here. See, this washer is going just fine. This E-clip is right in groove. Stay there, don't move. Just push it down with a pair of channel locks. Can't grip the washer, you just got to grip that. Now I could push it into the back. Move my trailer so I can park this in this spot. I'm out of parking spots for tractors. Can you believe that? My wife, she's gonna kill me. My wife, she's gonna kill me.
Hey, Henry, what are you doing with all those tractors back there?
I can't say no, they were free.
I don't care if they're free, get rid of them.
Alright, I'll get rid of them in the spring.
You're gonna have to give it away for free because nobody's gonna buy that junk.
Leave me alone. Out of control. Completely out of control. Well, that's my Monday video for you. Driving to Oceanside, thanks to a tip from my buddy Nick from Medford, on a free Craftsman Lt1000 5-speed 20.5 opposed twin Briggs dual cylinder blown connecting rod, or so I think, pretty sure. Lawn tractor. Just brought it back from Oceanside. Replaced the right front tire so I can push it in here, and it actually rolls and holds air. All four now. Deck looks pretty good, and hopefully the transmission works. And honestly, the whole thing was really worth it to do because it's got the 20-inch rear tires, which I really like, you know, the fatty ones. So I've got that at least, another front tire. Got a lot of parts, you know, albeit a bad hood, but nevertheless a hood nonetheless. steering wheel, you know, all that stuff. And the seat. It's a good seat. Some people will pay $100 for a new seat, you know, or $50 for a new seat. I got it for free. That's right, free. Just maybe a couple of gallons of gas, man, and some elbow grease. And you'll have this in your yard too. For what? Oh, that's right. I do repair videos. I'll eventually get to this and get it running. Because over here at Mowers and Blowers, that's right, we push them in the garage, but we drive them out. I'll see you fellas next time on Mowers and Blowers. Hey guys, support my channel, buy a sticker. Also follow me on Instagram at Mowers Blowers. Check out my website, mowersblowers.com. See you guys on the next project. Have a great day.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.